And we're starting?
Yeah, we're live.
Hello, everyone! I'm Marshal Maiwald. These are my players. Say hello, everyone.
Greetings.
Happy New Year.
Howdy, y'all.
Austin.
Hi. If you're
I'm
watching
the-
tomorrow, Happy Easter.
There you go.
Oh yeah, it's Easter.
This
Well,
weekend.
I'm the Dungeon Master for Heartwood Heist. We have a quick announcement. This is the 5th week of the month, so we're actually going to have another session next week. Just a reminder for everyone who watches live and pick us up on YouTube as well. But other than that, we're going to kick it off with our intro sequence, so hit it, Shane.
Woo!
And we're back. Wipe off that sweat from jumping through the portal with all of our players. Okay. So last session we found ourselves exploring the blueprints or looking into all the blueprints of the island where the Heartwood tree is, and the players trying to figure out what they're gonna do. But while doing that, they're still trying to figure out who to trust and what is going on, and who would they even give the Heartwood jewel to, if they'll give it to anyone. Who is pulling the strings for all of the crime families and the resistance, if anyone's pulling them at all? Who knows? Let's find out, and we will hop right in to where our players were just talking amongst themselves, trying to figure out how they're gonna separate. And what are you all doing?
Yeah, it's been a week or two. We've slept since then. I seem to remember that we had all talked about who recruited us, and I had at least floated the idea of going back and seeing if I could talk to Alondra Willowshade. So that was something that's still on my radar. I don't remember exactly. We decided to split up and go our separate ways to check on that or not, but that was something I remember talking about.
Yeah. So Haukin was deciding to head to go speak to Alondra Willowshade, someone who is a part of the resistance. Dawn was determining to go speak to the Bocellis with anyone. Now finding out that they're a crime family.
Well, I talked to Lawrence? Why do I always forget his
Lorenzo.
name? Lorenzo. I really shouldn't be forgetting his name. He's the one I like. I talked to him, so now it's just to go talk to the leader, who I don't like as much.
That's fair. And then Beef trying to go find his little oldest brother.
Yeah.
And
Which one was that again?
Traps.
There's so many brothers.
You have
Traps.
a lot of siblings. Traps is your oldest, littlest brother. And then Glint going to speak to anyone in the Feyche that he can talk to, hopefully someone in power. And he'll
Hear me out, Glenn. What if we did our things together? So that I don't have to talk to him by myself, and you don't have to talk to him by yourself.
That's fine. Introverts unite. Also, Glint's going through like a really weird phase right now.
Yeah, that is also part of it. I'm not sure he should be left alone at this point. Not that Don would be saying that.
He does look a bit unstable.
That still has big introvert energy, though.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's like, we both have to be social. What if we bore this burden together? I can absolutely promise that that's something Shane and I did in college.
As an introvert, that is also what I like to do.
I love it. Okay, so Dawn and Glint are deciding to go together now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
I just had
where
to
y'all...
throw a wrench in your plan.
You did a little bit.
I don't think it would really be all that different. It's just instead of one person being in either place, it's both of us in both places.
Okay. Where are y'all going first?
It doesn't really work with two people, does it?
No.
Where are we right now?
Rock, paper, scissors. Y'all can do a good roll off. 2d20s. Highest.
Rollies.
2d100s.
Wait, what are we doing?
Roll 2d20s.
2D20?
We'll say it's rock, paper, scissors.
Like one each or two?
One each. Sorry, I was
holding two and I was about to roll them. I also held them up to the camera, but didn't hold them high enough to be seen. Alright. Hey! Wait, do I want high or do I want low? Either way, I got a 17.
We're excited for high rolls no matter what.
Yeah. It's hard to get out of the mindset of being excited for a high roll.
And what did you get?
I got a 6.
Okay, that's
Imagine if D&D worked by golf rules.
I mean, didn't previous edition? I don't remember which one. Like the lower the AC, it was better. And that was why I had the whole THACO stat to hit AC 0.
I don't understand THACO and I refuse to learn it.
So that is Glint's loss in rock, paper, scissors. And
that means he has to decide.
Oh,
this is how it works.
Worse.
With
Yet
introverts.
another introvert move.
Exactly. I'm leaning into my
I have
strengths of
the
this character.
power.
You're stacking Uno reverses on each other.
Just like he like looks and he's like, which one's closer?
Yeah, I was asking that earlier, but Marshall started the rock paper scissors thing.
I think we're still in Tink's workshop, right?
Yeah, I think we're still in Yagaba, right?
Yeah, y'all are still in Yagaba. So
I feel like we owe
Burrow
Tink
over.
rent money at this point.
Where's the measure tool?
you have to head to the pizzeria because Bocelli Manor and Bocelli Operation is out.
Oh, but this bridge is intact, so we can cross over, one broken bridge and then have a non-broken bridge to deal with. For the
You
next
could also
Yeah.
cross this bridge and not have to deal with any broken ones.
Oh, that's true.
True. That does sound like the easiest
So-
path.
It'd be longer, but it would be safer.
Heading to Bocelli's first.
Yeah, let's go to the Bocelli's first.
All right.
First, Glint is like as they're like walking or whatever. Glint holds like the amulet underneath his I guess is now physical armor. That
Yeah.
is- and then he feels like this intense longing for Mr. Whiskers because he's gone. And I like to cast Find Steed.
Ooh.
Find Steed. Okay.
Yes. And with your permission, I would like it to be a giant ferret or a giant weasel.
Oh, I was already with you. I was thinking like almost like Zigzagoon, Lanoon.
Yes. I mean, Zigzagoon's also good.
Yeah.
As long as it's not Obstagoon.
That's what I was
Oh yeah, no, not that. And a mix of Naga from Legend of Korra.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Big enough to ride and just haul so much.
Polar bear dog.
Yes. Okay, and you summon a very big ferret that you can ride.
Wow, that
I
looks
do just
very
wanna say-
unnatural, and I love it. What's his name?
It's Mr. Whiskers.
Oh, he got bigger.
Part 2.
He's even got the same little patch.
Oh, that's cute.
It's just
I
a
do want to
bigger
say real quick that I do not speak for the corporate entity that is Owlbear Odysseys, but I love Obstagoon. Don't come for me.
Okay. So we got Dawn and Glint heading straight to the Bocellis. Okay. Um,
Hey,
are y'all just
so does it
what?
feel weird having physical armor now? Is it like restricting your movements or anything?
Mm,
I mean, I've had physical armor the whole time, but it's a new thing for you.
doesn't feel
Wait,
heavy.
was I the only one wearing armor before this?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
weird. That's weird.
Who needs armor when you got the moves?
Me, apparently. I didn't have
The only thing that
moves.
can damage my muscles is my workout regimen.
I love that's good. I like that saying. Quote.
Senior quote.
I like it. I like it. No, it doesn't feel. It feels as if it feels just like clothes almost.
Interesting. It's studded leather, right?
Yeah.
My character. Okay. But it's all spiky. I feel like I would like accidentally stab myself on one.
Well, I'll do my best not to poke you in the eye.
Much appreciated.
All I'm picturing is y'all riding on
giant
Mr.
Whiskers.
Whiskers, and y'all are talking while just like the wind in y'all's hair.
Of course.
Yeah, these are the two characters. I mean, now that I think about it, all of our characters have pretty majestic hair.
Yeah, you all do. That's
Mhm.
funny. I like it. Are y'all both
Wear
just
hairband.
running across the bridge with Mr. Whiskers?
I think so.
I'm
Unless we know of a reason we shouldn't do that.
Roll perception, right?
Yeah, that
Nothing's gonna jump y'all.
that had very similar energy to like, when you ask a DM if there's anything in the room, and he goes, "Nothing that you see."
Nothing you notice.
yeah.
You don't notice anything.
Y'all both are just booking it straight to the Bocelli Pizzeria. And
Oh, this
By
way
the time-
we can get a snack on our way to the Feiche.
by the time y'all get there, you notice that the Bocelli Pizzeria is empty, even though it's been operating as normal. But it is empty today.
Like completely empty, or
There
empty
is
with
There's no people being taken care of. There's no one behind the counter or anything. You don't see anyone working while y'all are standing outside. It looks just empty.
Can I look around for like tracks or some kind of indicator of like where people might have gone?
Yeah, go ahead. Give me a survival check.
I guess that was kind of asking find tracks and then a longer, more complicated way of referring to tracks. You said survival?
Hmm?
Oh, that's weird. I'm good at that. I would like to cast guidance on myself. I feel like I never make a character that's good at survival, so that threw me off. 17.
17. You notice that just a lot of people have been moving throughout the streets, so like it's kind of hard to like really pick up on specific tracks or anything. Nothing's like really like bloody or anything else like that. The inside just looks clean as it would normally, as it's been shut down the night before. But you don't notice anything like really out of sorts, other than like the chairs not being put up on the tables.
I think they're all dead. I mean, so I guess does that mean we already went in we notice that, or was that seeing it from the outside?
You seeing that from the outside.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. Well, it doesn't look like anybody's home, but I mean, I guess we might as well go inside and double check. Do you want to cast Mage? Oh wait.
have
At some
no
point,
armor.
I've stopped doing that.
He's just like, it's like this. It's like almost like this just wave of like angst, just kind of like misting off of him.
That makes sense. To be clear, Don would absolutely not do that on purpose. Shane though would, because he's mean.
Oh my.
All right, so I guess we're heading on inside to investigate further. Just make sure no one's there.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, y'all go on in. What are y'all doing when y'all get in?
I mean, just looking around to see if I see anybody or anything out of place.
Do Beef and Haukin have like their sending stone things in, or is that for later?
Y'all still have them, so y'all can communicate, but I assume not. But y'all are also heading off to do your own thing too.
All right.
But if y'all want to communicate this, y'all go ahead.
Yeah, so this make Marshall have real trouble keeping up with the timeline of when we say things.
Yes.
So you're looking
He forgot
around.
his sending stone. I'll make it easy for you.
Y'all are looking around inside. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
I would like to cast guidance once more.
Okay.
Perception.
25, same difference.
Okay. Yeah, you said 2 and 25?
Correct.
Okay.
Very similar things.
Got twos.
Same energy.
You hear some mumbling, Dawn. Further in, it's kind of hard to make it out, though. They're definitely not in, like, the private room,
Okay,
which
that's
you
what I
were
was
in with
thinking,
Lorenzo. Because you would not be able to hear it no matter
nothing
what.
would come out.
But it sounds like they're further back, somewhere else.
Okay.
Actually, you know this place inside and out. You've been here for a good bit, and you're obsessed with pizza, so you would know everywhere. They're in the.
Hold on. Obsessed is a strong word. I
My
just
bad.
correctly value
An
the
accurate
amazing
word,
thing that is
but-
pizza.
They're in the back office, where Alfio would likely be.
Okay. Would I be able to recognize, like, place, like, whose voice that is, or is it, like, too indistinct?
It's, for a second, like, you mainly just heard a sound, and then you heard it, like, lower. And
Hear
it,
that.
you couldn't hear it as well. Yeah.
Alright.
Like, someone who's
You're
annoying, so,
A
like,
Charlie Brown adult?
there's a bit of an assumption that it is Alfio, because you just don't really care for his voice.
Okay. Alright, I briefly consider sneaking in just to make sure, and then I'm like, nah. I just stroll on up.
So you're strolling on up,
Yeah.
you and Glint.
That's up to Glint.
Glint's like Caesar just strolling in, and he's just like see if he goes for his book, and instead there's the sword, and so he just grabs it.
As y'all get closer, you can give me a perception check with advantage, Dawn. Glint, you just roll normal. At 20?
No, but it's a 30.
Jeez!
Okay. 8.
Okay. I love the differences.
I got a -1.
I have plus 12.
Jeez. So a 30. You see two people in the back before you even like fully turn the corner, and you see Alfio is talking to someone, kind of like batting down, not batting down, talking down to
Like
them.
condescendingly.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
But isn't
the
that how he normally
immediate-
talks to people?
This is different. He looks upset.
Oh.
You see that on the desk, which is like fully facing the door as you would walk in, the door is open, that there is an anklet being handed towards him.
And do I recognize the other person?
Give me a history check.
Okay, I have my bonus to that is significantly less than 12. Okay, but that's a natural 17 for a total of 17.
That's more than enough. You know this is Caius Vero.
Kyle?
Yes. Caius.
Someone y'all really haven't heard of. Glint knows him pretty well as the second in command of the Feyjay.
So if I haven't already given myself away at this point, I would like to kind of like stop going forward and just, like sink down into like a sneaky thing and like back up.
Both of you give me actually, are you trying to also alert Glint to stop him?
Well, I imagine he would see me sink down and back
Oh
up.
yeah, he's following you. He's following
That's
behind
up to him
you.
though, whether or not he interprets that as we should sneak or not.
Go ahead and make me a stealth check with just normal, actually. Never mind.
Okay. Uh, 12.
12? Okay.
I can't keep
and-
rolling well the whole night. We know that.
Yeah, once we actually have to do like
Glint did though.
the high stakes stuff of getting through all the traps, that's when the nat ones are gonna hit.
Okay,
Don't jinx
Glint.
us. Don't jinx us.
Glint just like completely out of character. He's just like he like turns and like steps through like one of the the doorways and is like into the shadows.
For like a first like second, like you normally would just be like walking up, not like paying attention to those types of things, just kind of be like immediately ready to cast fireball out of like reaction. But that doesn't happen as you see that you're about to do that, and then you feel your sword activate, and it just cuts that from happening, and you just slink into the shadows, pulling Dawn back as well, and y'all both feel like y'all have successfully hidden. Y'all are successfully hidden.
Okay, I don't know if you saw that, but that. What was the last name? It was Caius something?
Caius Vero.
Vero?
Caius
Okay.
Volturi.
So that was Caius Vero in there? And he also had an anklet that it seemed he was giving Alfio? Or, Marshall, would I know of any, like, archfey that, like, the Bocellis would have a close relation with?
Go ahead and give me a history check.
Okay. As I'm trying to think of this, can I give myself guidance, or is that a... That's kind of a weird thing to give yourself a guidance on a history check, but...
No,
Okay,
not for this.
fair enough.
Did the anklet look like
It wouldn't have made a difference. That's 2.
2.
I ain't got a clue, y'all.
No idea. It's like Archfey? Schmarchfey, like
Yeah, I have no idea who that anklet would be for. I mean, does Alfio even know an archfey?
Well,
What were you saying, Glint?
it's like, could it be the same kind of anklet as the one that was on the dead body that we brought here?
Oh, that was what I was assuming. Oh, we didn't leave that anklet here, did we?
No.
No,
Okay, I didn't think so.
Y'all have it.
I thought
Yeah.
Tink had it.
Tink has it in a box.
Yeah, because we didn't
Of
want
course he
somebody
does.
to. We didn't want somebody to go looking for it.
I didn't want him to destroy it either, just in case if something happened. Oh wait, no. I thought no. Y'all put it in the box of
we
deconstruction.
got two, didn't
Oh.
we? One of them
Yeah, there
was
was a
being
second
held.
one. I
One of
think.
them's in.
I think
We put the second one
Tink
in the
has one.
box.
Yeah.
The second one's in the box. The other one, Tink has. And it's still being destroyed. It should actually be destroyed by the end of, or like the late evening today. And yeah, you can go ahead and give me investigation check if y'all want to try and like look a little bit closer, or perception if you're wanting to more focus on listening in.
Yeah, I'll listen in. If Glint would like to attempt to inspect it while I do that.
As I am no longer connected to my stories, my discerning eye is not as good, but it's still better than my ears.
I assume
Oh my
your bonus was
gosh.
still better than.
Jeez,
Oh my.
Glint!
Oh my gosh!
For everyone watching who can't see our Roll20 chat, he's rolled nat 20s twice in a row now. And here
Marshall,
I was
touch my
pretty
dice.
excited about my 26.
So we got eyes just like peering through the ethereal plane, just and at first like you're trying to like tap into like your old self and like focus in, but you're like, I can't get there, and you feel like you're gonna fail, and then your sword just powers you up again for a second, and you're just like, no, I'm still gonna look at this, and you focus in on it, and Dawn, you just start looking directly at Alfio's face and trying to make out like what he's saying, because for some reason they're still hard to hear, even though like you know you should be able to hear them. For some reason it's being dampened, but you're still able to make out that if you want me to put this on myself, that's what you hear. That's what you see with his mouth movements. And
Bad vibes.
Glint, you are able to see that it looks exactly the same.
All right, I need to stop and think before I speak, so something comes up that's not jumble.
Do you ever have a dream that you could?
So
Yes.
the previous inklet that we had seen, they were controlling the Archfey, and it was like, I'm pretty sure Tink said it had like the iron or whatever that bothers them specifically.
Mm-hmm.
And so to my understanding, one of those inklets wouldn't have the same kind of influence on someone who was not Fey. Would that be a reasonable assumption?
That is very reasonable.
Okay. So then the question becomes, does this one have some kind of different control, or is Alfio somehow Fey or going to be Fey? I assumed that there would be a way to become Fey in this type of world.
Marshall, question. divine sense, it only technically only works on fiends and celestials and undead.
Yeah.
Feels like Fae is
Would
really should be
because
on the
I'm
list.
totally like everything we've reflavored to Fae. Would that be something that would be applicable in this moment?
I'm gonna roll for you. I'm gonna roll a percentile check for this.
Come on.
To see.
We all know divine sense is a terrible ability. Give it the one shot it has to work.
I'll instead of me rolling here, go ahead and roll a percentile.
Me?
Yeah. You got
All
it.
of us.
No. Just
If any of us get it, it counts.
79.
that it's a 25% chance. Yeah. It'll work.
Okay. I would like to activate divine sense.
Before you do, actually no, yeah. You activate Divine Sense. You immediately pick up that Caius is a very powerful Fae.
Did you say second in control, or did I make that part up?
Second in control.
Okay.
Like Archfey level powerful or below that?
Like major archfey. probably.
That's hard to tell because it doesn't give you power levels or
Yeah,
Dragon Ball Z.
What does the divine
Yeah, it's a
scanner
scouter.
say?
So like
Say.
It's over 9,000. But
until
you are picking up a lot of power from this thing, though.
okay. Yeah, it doesn't tell me who they really are. Like I wouldn't be able to know that Count Dracula was right there.
Yeah.
But I would be able to sense that it was a undead.
It would be
Yes.
such a twist.
As you tap in and notice that, you know that Alfio is not.
Okay.
And
Caius. I know Caius.
you haven't you don't know him too well,
Uh-huh.
but knowing the Feiche, give me a history check with advantage. My
What in the
word!
world?
I don't
Third
on?
nat 20 in a row. At least that one was with
Madman.
advantage.
Wow.
Okay,
Okay.
you-
Does he
you
get inspiration
definite-
if he doesn't have it? I feel like he should.
do you have inspiration?
Yes.
I
Okay.
feel like 3 in a row's gotta come with
I
something.
thought all
Either
of
that
y'all
or he
had
deserves negative
inspiration.
inspiration because he's got too much luck.
He's rolling them Marshall die. They do
So-
live together. He
Are
could
you
have stolen
using
Marshall's
Marshall's loaded dice?
I'm
On
using
Roll20?
the D&D Beyond dice.
I know what I said.
Marshall's dice is more of a state of being than actual dice.
Okay.
Like I'm alternating between the D&D Beyond dice and the Roll20 dice.
You immediately know that Caius is not Fae. You know that. No one in the Feiche are Fae. Feiche
Oh,
don't like Fae.
Yeah.
oh, he was the second man in command of the Feiche.
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
apparently didn't listen, and I was assuming he was of the Fey Court. That makes it
Oh,
very
no.
different there.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Second in command of the Feiche. And the Feiche do not like Fae. You remember a story that your mom told you about something that is standing out to you from nowhere, from childhood, that there was a group that was meant to hunt down evil Fae.
Hmm.
And they were called the Feiche.
Well, that's a weird coincidence.
Why is this memory coming back now. It's like Glint just like squints, and there's just like that angst aura is now turned into like this cold chill.
As that's
Bring back
happening,
the embers.
as that's happening, as you're feeling the Fey power from Caius, you notice that he senses you.
Ooh.
That's not Caius.
And right there, we'll hop on over to Haukin and Beef.
You monster.
We'll go first with Beef. Beef, you were wanting to go look for traps, and you need a good starting point.
Yeah, did we find the place that I was gonna start last time?
No,
remember.
you knew that Tuscan could help you find like a base start.
All right, then I talked to Tuscan.
Yes, my friend.
I just explained to him the whole situation and what I'm needing.
Okay.
Not the whole situation. I just everything involving my brother.
I was about to say he's
It
going to be
all
writing this down
started
for
when I
a
was
story.
born.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth was without form and void.
I was
When
about
I
to
was
say.
a young baby.
I was about to say, and God created muscles. Beef's muscles. Uh,
In the beginning was the Gains, and the Gains were with God, and the Gains were God.
I love that. Okay.
That should be
Okay.
on a t-shirt, on one of those like those workout t-shirts with the no sleeves.
Yes.
First heist channel merch.
Tuscan taps into his magic and pulls in for locate person. And starts to try and find where he's at.
Mm-hmm.
And he is able. Let's roll first. After like you telling him everything. Okay, yeah. He knows that Traps is somewhere near or in Seacoast Park.
Okay. So I see that there is a path I can take of no broken bridges. If I go there, go all the way up Ogama and cross there,
Mm-hmm.
that'll put me right next to it. So I think Beef is just gonna, take it safe and take that way. But also, like, things have been really chaotic the last few days, so his whole like regiment is off. Like, he has not gone to play chess in the park in days, so he's not getting his brain worked out the way it should. He hasn't been to his chiropractor in a while. So like he's gotta get in the work wherever he can. So instead of just normally jogging there, Beef is lunge jogging.
Sorry, Nala is barking. She heard
You
something.
never have to apologize for Nala.
Nala, it's okay, baby. Sit. Give me a second.
Show us the dog.
Oh,
You're muted.
There was the dog. She was still growling. So, and there's another doggo. She's still growling a little bit, but that's okay. She just heard something and she didn't like it. You, as you know that you're going to be needing to head to Seacoast Park, you also know that Haukin is also heading to Seacoast Park. Are y'all wanting to head there together or separately? That's up to y'all.
So it makes you wonder if this is a plot point or just makes Marshal's job easier as GM to have us, grouped in two groups. But yeah, in character. Friend of beef. It seems we our paths are aligned.
Yeah, I guess we can buddy up, head there together. Probably safer to be in pairs than alone anyway.
And it would be a good jog. We could pace each other.
I like the way you're talking. Beef pulls out 2 heart monitors. Who first one to go above 20 BPM loses.
Jeez. Okay. Y'all are.
My favorite thing about playing in a comedy campaign is that I can force heart monitors to be real in this world just by working them into a joke.
Yeah, those are a full thing now. And you said you are lunge jogging?
Yeah.
Haukin, are you following suit with lunge jogging?
Well, not only am I following suit, but I strapped some ankle weights on in order to make it more fair.
Okay, I love this competitiveness, and you have the ankle weights and also both cats on both shoulders.
There you go.
There is, like I said, the first one to go above 20 BPM loses. There's no prize. It's just a matter of pride.
That makes sense for cats.
Unintended.
Sure. Got it.
Okay. So y'all are lunge jogging all the way to Seacoast Park. I want both of you to give me a con save.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Yeah, let's see here. Constitution.
Give me a second. I'm stupid and I'm just now pulling up my character sheet.
Mine's only 14 here.
Okay.
On save. I'm so tempted to use inspiration if I bomb. That's a 17.
Okay, you both, as y'all are arriving, Haukin, you notice, like, your heartbeat monitor is at 20 all the way through, and then right as you get there, it spikes to 21 for a second, for just, like, 1 second, and Beef, yours stays at 19 the whole way through. And y'all make it to Seacoast Park.
All right. Time to look up the average heart rate of a lion.
Yeah, I think you guys both need to find a cardiologist.
Well, see, I know that
There has
lions
to be a too low.
spend like 20 hours a day resting normally, right? Actual
Yeah.
lions.
Marshall, I have to clarify with you. When you say we're staying at 19 and 20 respectively, you mean over resting, not 19 and 20 BPM. Right?
No.
Well, the surprise, the thing that makes it make sense is that the a minute in the Fey court here in the Heartwood is 30 seconds.
Makes it a little bit better.
Still too low. Lions have an average resting heart rate of somewhere between 60 and 90 BPM.
Oh, that's funny.
I feel like Beef's average is 59.
Okay, you both make it to the Seacoast Park, very healthy.
Beef wipes off a single drop of sweat. Oh man, I'm getting out of shape.
Haukin with 2 on the brows, just...
Yeah, one after the other.
Well, I think this might be where we part ways. How can, unless, I know we're both heading to this park, but I think we have different goals here.
Indeed. Best wishes on uncovering the information you seek. May it serve us both well.
Why don't we try to regroup here in 2 hours just to make, just to touch base and make sure we're both still safe?
I'll also still have the sending stones.
No, I canonically forgot mine.
Okay.
You didn't say you took yours out earlier, didn't you?
You said you put it back in after you snotted it out and wiped it on your pants, on your shorts. and then
I
put it back in your
forgot
ear.
about that. Oh,
And Dawn was
I
hearing all
didn't
that
intend Beef
feedback.
to be so chaotic.
Okay. So Beef, y'all decided y'all are gonna come back, meet here in 2 hours. You are going to look for your brother. Give me investigation or survival.
Before you make me roll for this, Marshall,
Yeah.
can I tell you that because Beef has no sense of decorum and like loves his little siblings, he does walk into the park and just starts screaming, "Traps!"
This is also a residential area.
Doesn't matter.
The Seacoast Park is a bunch of homes.
And lions have a roar that can be heard up to 5 miles away.
Just thinking that, I was like, this is like a megaphone level.
I can attest. I live I used to live 5 miles away from a zoo,
Yep.
and I could
He
hear
does
every time.
that in a
Every
glass
time they
window.
fed the lions, you could hear them roar.
A glass window just shatters right next to him.
Are you roaring? Are you actually using the action
No,
of
no, not full volume, but like louder than is appropriate.
Okay.
Not that Beef understands that.
Okay. You hear back. Beef!
I just take off. Full sprint towards where the voice came from. This is like a game my siblings and I used to play where we would like charge each other into a bear hug and see like when we collided which direction we flew back.
Go as you're running down the street, just full on. Are you full on running or like jogging?
I am sprinting.
Oh no! At first,
He didn't get enough of a workout on the
Beef
run
is on
over.
all fours.
You are running just on all fours towards traps. You see traps like from on top of a house, like leaping off, like and, and like running still in the air. And right as he hits the ground, he is still moving, and you both are running directly at each other. Are you going to collide?
Yeah, we collide into a bear hug.
Okay. Y'all both collide into a bear hug. Give me athletics.
Do it, rage. You know you want to.
It's so tempting. That's a 17.
You feel traps begin, like his speed begins to overpower you for a second, but your strength is like, no! And you just, and you fly back a good like 15 feet. And y'all both land on the ground hugging. What do you do?
Oh, so it goes back in my direction?
Oh, in your direction, and direction towards
Direction
traps.
Okay,
Traps
cool. Traps, I haven't seen you since last time I saw you.
A few days ago.
It's been a few days. It feels like literal months.
Yeah, a lot's happened. Explosions.
A lot. I punched a swarm of bugs. It was a first for me.
Oh, I've been talking to a lot of people.
Congratulations! I know you used to be really shy. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, and they're kind of intimidating.
Yeah, people can do that, but what you have to remember is that no matter how intimidating someone is, they still have to sit down to poop. And that's the great equalizer.
That's true. I don't think this guy has to poop, though.
You're out of my depth. Who have you been talking to?
His name is Calamdriel Tor.
I think I think it is the Friends meme where like Joey doesn't get it for a second and then he goes, and so like for a second, Beef's just like, what a weird. Ca- Calamdrieltor. What's his surname?
Oh crap. Calamdrieltor Mistbriar.
Thought that's what it was. Wow, how did you get in touch with him?
He got in contact with me after the thing that we were both doing.
The interview test thing?
Yeah.
Okay. So
He
what
fa-
here, do we need to like go somewhere private to talk? Are we good to just talk out here? What
I was actually going to talk to him in a little bit. He has a job for me.
could I'm trying to think of like a non-suspicious way to ask to go along, but also one that Beef would think of. Yeah, I don't think Beef would put that much thought into it.
Do you need a spotter?
That
Just put a hand on him, bro. I can be your metaphorical spotter.
Don, you have inspiration, right? Even though Don doesn't deserve it for this, but that was so funny. That was a
All
good
right,
one.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you got it. Metaphorical. I have to check with the people in charge. They call themselves the Resistance, and they.
That seems like a name that should give you some insight into what they're doing, little brother.
What do you mean?
They resist.
They're clearly resisting something.
They told me they need help with dealing with like the systemic problem of the government, and I was already here for that. So
Wait, you came here to deal with civic issues?
yeah.
Amazing. I've been talking about that. Look, I met another cat who I think now has 2 pet cats.
Okay.
And I also met an elf woman who or elfish woman. I don't know if I don't know. I'm not great at telling. And then there's
Understandable.
a dude who really likes apples, but also I think he lost a book that may or may not be his soul. I haven't been paying that much attention.
Oh!
And the 4 of us have been talking about the civic issues and how we need to rebuild the government so that it works for the people.
What? Right? One thing I was talking about with all of our siblings back home was about the good old style of like Leonin prides with about like cannibalism and everything.
Well, hold on. Okay. Now look, I might have scored a 490 on the Leonin SATs. But I know a good idea when I hear one. I'm not sure how well we'll be able to convince the Fae to go. First off, we don't do that anymore. Okay,
No, that was like
stopped
the
that like
base.
10 generations ago.
That was the basis of the idea. Cannibalism, as in like we force them to fix the problems.
As in, like, if a leader no longer works for the people, they have to be removed.
Yeah, and then
Awesome.
they have to work for the people.
Yeah, or other possible ways of removal if need be.
Oh yeah, if needed. Cannibalism.
Beef just like steps in front of a guillotine to hide it.
Yeah, I was going to talk to them. I don't know if I should be telling you this, but I can't lie to my big bro. So
I'm sorry. I just looked in the chat and saw that people are comparing Beef to Luis from Ant-Man. Not the chat for the stream, our personal chat on Discord.
If y'all have ever noticed, we sometimes are just sending memes to each other during this because we're just dying laughing to ourselves a little bit. And this is one of the best parts, and we just get to see this. It's good.
But yeah, I would love to come with you and meet Mr. Mistbriar. When did you say you're meeting him?
In a couple hours, I have to go talk with some of the leaders of the resistance first.
Okay, so I have to meet up. Like I told you, cat that has pet cats.
Yeah.
His name's Haukin. He's really cool. He, just saying, his heart rate got up to 21 over resting. Just saying. Mine stayed at 19. But I have to meet up with him in 2 hours just so that we both know that we're safe. But I would, Marshall, do I have time to meet Calamdrieltor before we have to do the heist?
It really just depends. It's right now.
The heist is tomorrow, right?
The heist is tomorrow. It's only about, from the time it took y'all to get here, it's only like 11:30 a.m.
Okay, I thought so. Can we get like a countdown, like number of hours before the heist?
Yeah. Oh, like me putting it like in the chat or something right now?
I'm just something for us to know and be aware of.
Yeah, y'all have until 10 a.m. tomorrow, so y'all have 25 hours.
No, if it's
No, it'd be
11:30,
23.
23?
It'll
Did
be
I
22 and a
misdo
half.
that? 22 and a half. There we go.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I did math. The other, I added
we
instead of
don't
subtracting.
do fractions
Uh,
unless we're
22.
dividing the power among the working class.
So, about 22 hours y'all have.
Okay. So yeah, I would, like I said, I need to meet up with Haukin so that he knows I'm safe. But I would love to get a chance to meet Mr. Mistbriar.
Oh, yeah, so...
Can I call him Cal?
Oh, that's how he introduces himself to everyone. He says his name is very long and overrated.
It sounds like 3 names.
Yeah, he's exhausted by it himself. It's a mouthful.
Huh. Sounds like something that his creator might have written in after typing out a name that sounded cool and then hearing out loud that it's a lot to say.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And hearing his players mock him for the name.
What are players? So who is
Disembodied
that
Dawn
speaking?
voice. Oh, that's Dawn. You can hear her too. I thought it was just in my head.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
That's all non-canon.
Yeah. So if you, in about like 2 hours, if you want to meet me at this residence, you can meet me at this townhome, and that's where I'll be.
When he says this townhome, he means like the one that I just saw him leaving.
Yes.
Okay.
Leaping
And
off.
So I could
Gives you the
meet up
address
with
and everything.
Okay, so I could meet up with Haukin and then be back here in a matter of minutes.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. I don't really have anything else to do then, so I guess can I just like catch up with Traps?
Yeah, you can catch up with Traps. He has time on his hands, so yeah, y'all can catch up, do what y'all want.
All right. Yeah, I think we just spend time catching up on events.
Okay. Y'all are catching up on events, and while you're doing that, whatever else y'all are doing, let me know in a little bit. We'll hop on over to Haukin. Haukin, Beef took off as you also heard him yell Traps, and you heard almost immediately back at almost the same time, Beef in a very loud roar as well. And then a small sonic boom of a collision. Not a full sonic boom, but just a loud thud, and it was loud. But what are you doing?
Yeah, so I'm still getting used to my new little furry companions here. Delighted to have them along. It's been a while since I've been part of of a litter. I've been kind of a loner since I've been on walking my path to enlightenment. So,
Yeah.
As I'm back at Seacoast Park here, I don't know exactly where to find Elandria, so I'm going to have to ask around a little bit. But I'm going to see if Mario and Luigi can just gather some of their own information and how we can kind of commune and report back. So Mario, Luigi, have a look around, but stay inconspicuous. I may need your help here soon.
They both look at each other, meow, look at you, meow, and they just hop off your shoulders and just go sprinting.
Delightful, very enlightening, very enlightening.
And as you see them sprinting, you see Mario begin to lift off the ground, and Luigi begin to sink into the ground.
I make a mental note of that, and start questioning, whether they were actually cats or something else, right? But at this moment, I'm focused.
These yokai.
So I don't know, investigation or something. How do I go about trying to find Elandria? Is she? This is where I originally was contacted by her, but if I remember correctly, it was a cat in a tree that originally alerted me to things.
Yeah, there was a cat in a tree that alerted you. Then, but there was an initial address on it.
Ah, okay. All right, so I will delve into my masterful recall and pull up that address, and then I'm assuming it's there in Seacoast Park, and I'm just going to head to it and politely, inquire as to the owner of the property.
Yeah, you start going through, heading towards that address, and go ahead and roll just a straight d20.
11.
That's more than what you needed. While you're walking back, you see both Mario and Luigi just coming flying back at you. Mario just landing on you, and then Luigi climbing up your leg. And they both put their heads on you, onto your head, and you begin to get their thoughts. And you can sense this whole park, this whole neighborhood, and you know that no one is here, minus 3 people, including also Mario and Luigi, on some of the roads, and then few people in a house where you are heading.
So, I come to Seacoast Park often to meditate. It's one of my favorite places here in on the island. And has it ever been this deserted, or is this peculiarly deserted for this time of day and under the circumstances? And it's not just that people are staying in their homes. There's nobody here.
There's no one in the houses.
Huh.
They're all gone.
Okay. All right.
Can I say, Marshall, not to interrupt, until this session, I definitely thought this was like a Six Flags.
That's fair.
Every time I saw Seacoast Park, I thought this was like a water park or an amusement park or something. It never occurred to me that this was a residential area.
That's fair.
I'm sorry, continue.
You notice, you know that there's typically a lot of children playing around, a lot of families.
Yeah.
But you never saw them leaving for jobs or anything. It was mainly only kids playing outside.
So very curious. And so I've absorbed this knowledge from Mario and Luigi, and I'm still kind of processing the fact that they were able to share such a vivid impression and give me and convey that knowledge to me. So this is like extrasensory perception that I'm having to incorporate into my thought process. But once again, I set that aside. My natural curiosity, that of a cat, which is, we can all agree, very curious, I set aside for a little bit and decide to proceed with caution to the address, which, as I now understand, has a couple of people there.
Yeah. And as you are heading that way, you can sense, you don't see them, but you can sense them. Uh, a kid, someone a little bit younger, and then Beef hanging
Mm-hmm.
out nearby as you're
Okay.
walking up.
All right. Well, that does my heart good to know that Beef is not in any apparent danger. And okay. All right.
And you are heading towards that house?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we'll get
Okay.
there. And
You head there, and you can hear a little bit of movement on the inside once you walk up to the door. What do you do?
first, I want to. This is very curious. It almost feels like a surreal, like in the movies when you walk into a town and there's like houses and picket fences and like mannequins in the yard. I'm getting the very liminal space kind of vibe from this uncanny valley kind of stuff going on here. So I want to just kind of give the house a once over and maybe do some like reality check, like touch the plants outside to make sure they're not illusory. But before I announce myself or knock on the door.
You go ahead and give me perception and survival.
All right. Let's see. Perception is 21, dirty 21, and survival plus 3 is 12.
With the perception, you are trying to listen in, like inside the house, like look around everywhere. You can hear movement, but you can't hear anything. Even though you feel like your senses are enhanced because of Mario and Luigi, you still can't hear anything. But you can sense movement, but it feels blocked. And you also like feeling around like the nature and stuff like that. Nothing's illusory, but there is some type of power coming from somewhere. You can't tell where, but there's something.
Okay. So once again, I'm going to give instructions to Mario and Luigi to make themselves scarce. I don't want to telegraph that there's something. I mean, if people can see these and they can sense something about them, so Mario, Luigi, keep a lookout on their perimeter, but I don't want to give away our cat vantage.
Mario shoots up, Luigi goes down.
Okay, all right. Most interesting, fascinating. I go up and take a claw and I tap loudly on the door.
You tap loudly, and a woman comes up, and you recognize her as Alondra.
Greetings.
Hello.
Greetings, Miss Willowshade. It's been a few days. I am curious. Do you have a moment of your time to spare? That I have some questions that you might be able to satisfy this poor cat's curiosity.
Oh yes, come on in, Haukin.
All right. So, being circumspect, I want to give her just a summary of everything since I did the interview. Kind of like our good friend Beef did in giving a recap of what's happened, and then also ask her, what she may be able to fill in with her knowledge of the bombings and what's going on in the summons to the Fate Court that's been issued for everybody to come. Just I'm very curious and wonder if she could shed some light on this and help me connect the dots.
Oh wow, a lot's happened on y'all's end. I'm happy that you come to talk to me about everything, but from what I've gathered, what we have all gathered, is that the Pygmy posse got some of the explosives that we had and used them around the city.
Independently or under somebody's orders?
That I'm uncertain of. As she's talking, go ahead and give me an insight check.
Insight. 22.
She is not being fully honest with you.
Oh, Miss Willowshade,
Yeah.
I appreciate your information, but if you don't mind me saying so, something doesn't quite add up, and I'm wondering, what else do you have to add to this that would help this make sense to this poor curious cat? So I want to use my persuasion to kind of use some leading words and kind of motivational interviewing questions to see if I can draw that out of her.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Oh, maybe I should have looked at my stats first. Persuasion is -1. All right, let's see what we got. So I rolled a 14 minus 1 is 13.
Well, there's a certain limit to what I can tell you. I can tell you it wasn't just the Pygmy posse that partook in the explosions.
Many forces are at work here. We've already discovered that there are powerful backers. And at that moment, it occurs to me to check and see if she has an anklet on her foot.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh. 15.
Oh, yeah, that's more than enough. You see that she does have an anklet. And it looks different.
It looks different than the ones we've seen.
It has a lot of similar qualities. You can't tell what's fully different about it, but you notice some of the power that you were feeling earlier. Some of that power is from this, but definitely not all of it. There's a lot more in this house than what you can tell currently, but there is something a lot more going on with her.
Interesting. All right.
And you know her to be the face of the resistance.
Interesting. So, without telegraphing my my intentions here, I want to get a little bit closer to her and in kind of a conspiratorial tone, lean forward like I'm going to ask her some more information in kind of a lower voice. But right before I do, I want to unsheath my Fey blade, and I want to just stick the tip down in the anklet and twist it and see if I can pop the anklet off.
Okay. So you're going to put your sword between an anklet and an ankle?
Gonna try to. Once again, not trying to harm her. Right? Because it's got the iron or the anti-fey capabilities here, but
you know that the anklets are pretty tight. Like it's almost like it is bound with them. There's not a lot of give between them. You can try to smack it if you want.
Well, all right. So I'm definitely. I don't want to hurt her. This isn't something, if she's under somebody else's influence, or whatever. I'm giving her way the benefit of the doubt here, especially because I've noticed that there's something different about it. But so far, our experience with these anklets has not been good. So I can't rightly judge whether this is just a different version of the same anklet that's controlling them, or if this is some amulet of protection against the other type of anklets, or what. So that's where my suspicion is coming from. And I thought I'd act first and ask questions later.
As you are grabbing your Feybane short sword and you're going to move it, as you're moving in, before you even touch it, go ahead and give me an straight wisdom.
I didn't think this one, did you, Marshall?
Straight, yeah, no. A wisdom, nature. Give me a nature check. That's what I'm trying to go for. Nature is wisdom still, right?
Intelligence. It's intelligence.
So give me a wisdom nature check.
Okay, so a nature check with a wisdom bonus.
Yeah.
All right. So apparently, Glint was stealing and channeling all of the high rolls earlier because I just rolled a 2 plus 3 would take me to 5. See, he knows he stole them, and that's why he dropped from the.
Just reverse Beetlejuiced Austin.
You good,
I'm
Austin?
sorry. Discord crashed.
Oh, you're all good?
You're fine.
That
So, yeah,
was
I
funny,
I
though.
only rolled a 5 there for
Rolled a
my
5.
nature check there.
You can't tell what's going on, but you feel your sword being like pulled to it, almost like a magnet.
Hmm. Okay.
Are you still
All right,
going to hit it?
So there's something strange here. With that little twinge, my intention shifts just a little bit, and I decide to comment on it while I'm maybe not brandishing, but hopefully she'll recognize the import of having the blade, and I'll say, forgive me, Elantra, but we've run across several beings who have been enhanced in some way, and not a positive way, with these anklets, and I notice you two have one. Can you explain yourself? Because that not only arouses my curiosity, but also my suspicion.
Oh, my anklet, I'm shocked that you have come across similar anklets. This is something that's just been handed down to me from family friends.
Hmm. I'd like to call BS.
I don't
I don't
trust
say that
her.
out loud, but my former suspicions are still kind of percolating around up there, and so I don't directly call her out on it, but I make a mental note that it feels like she's being evasive and deceptive.
Okay, are you saying anything after that?
So I told her about everything that's happened, and she gave me a little bit of information that the Pygmy Posse and that they weren't necessarily operating alone. Um, I decided to give her kind of a sanitized version of. Well, no. I want to ask her. How much do you know about the reason for my calling? The original interview application that was put out, as I've met some very interesting people as a result of it.
Well, I was asked to find capable individuals and convince them to join.
Capable of what, per se?
Capable of being able to handle themselves in stressful situations.
Indeed.
And I was asked by the one who gathers uh, all the. Why am I blanking on the words? Jeez, let me.
I don't know, Marshall.
The one who puts together all of our missions. Phalar.
When you say our missions, are you speaking, Mr. Is it Mr. Fryer?
You don't know that. For the missions of the Resistance. And Phalar is the one who puts those together. I am here to be the in-between for the connection of the people and us, trying to put on different face. Whereas Phalar is there to be the in-between for our leader and the one who sets together our missions.
So Phalanjar is not the leader. Pray tell, could you let me know the hierarchy of the resistance organization? Like she's really going to tell me this, but I'm asking anyhow.
Phalar will only tell us within reason. I don't know his name. And I have not been able to meet him. Only Phalar gets to go see him. With all of that, you can give me an insight check if you want.
Yeah. Ooh, that's better. Definitely better. 18 plus 7, 25.
Jeez.
Ah,
She telling the truth about not meeting the one in charge. She knows who's in charge. And as you're also like being much more suspicious of her, you notice her face and her being is not fully her. There's something behind her, behind what you see.
Right. Almost as if she's a little bit maybe being influenced by something else, like a ghostly visage that's it's really her, but then something else, or it's not her wearing her face.
It's kind of what you were asking about earlier about illusions. This seems more like an illusion.
Gotcha. Well, since I don't have a scroll of dispel magic, I'm a little bit at a disadvantage there. But all right. So this whole time I've been interacting with her, but if I remember correctly, Mario and Luigi told me that there's more than her in the house right now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
As you are thinking that, you hear movement behind one of the closed doors and movement upstairs.
Okay. Movement
You only
toward
hear
me or just general movement?
Just general movement. You hear like two sets of footsteps, one behind a door and the other one upstairs. So only about 3 people in here.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask if I can use your litter box.
That took me a second. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Is it through this room or perhaps upstairs? Where might I find such a room?
It's to the right of going upstairs, right beside the stairs.
I'll return momentarily. So I'm gonna head that direction, but then I'm gonna sprint upstairs.
Yeah. Oh, like full on dead sprinting, not trying to hide it or anything.
Well, I mean, will I be out of sight, or is the whole?
You are kind of going behind a corner of a wall, so like a little bit out of sight, but not too much. You can try to stealth if you want.
Yeah, I'll casually, nonchalantly, sashay my way around the corner, and then as soon as I feel like I'm out of her direct line of sight, I'll go ahead and lightly, stealthily sprint up the stairs and see if I can make the most of the minute or two that I'll be gone to see who's prowling around upstairs.
Okay, go ahead, roll me that stealth roll.
All right, back on the low end here. Stealth, 9.
You can use your inspiration that you have.
Yeah, sure. We'll go ahead and burn the inspiration. So that it's with advantage when I do that, right?
You just my inspiration. You can just automatically succeed, or you can attempt to roll and try to get in that 20.
No, I'll go ahead and just take the inspiration to succeed on my stealth dash roll.
Okay. You go straight up the stairs very quietly. And as you're going up the stairs, we are going to cut over back to Glint and Dawn. What are you both doing? As Glint, you know that Caius can sense you.
He's looking at you.
That's not Caius.
It's not.
Ooh.
No, that's not Caius.
He's that good or bad?
You want to fight an archfey?
Do you want to fight an archfey?
No.
As you're saying that, you can sense him. He doesn't turn. You don't notice any movement, Dawn, other than just like a normal like step backwards, like kind of like moving. But you, Glint, can feel him getting closer.
Glint walks into the hall.
Oh no!
You just make yourself known.
I just make myself visible. He knows I'm
wild.
there.
You make yourself known. Hello,
Caius?
Glint. What are you doing here?
We came to check on the Bocellis.
Oh, yes.
What are you doing here? I didn't expect you.
Speaking with our friends, the Bocellis.
Sorry.
Where?
So did we establish that Caius here is Fae? Did we establish that? I forgot.
You know that he's Fae.
Okay. Good to
Mhm.
know. Good to know.
Where's your entourage?
Oh, I didn't need them right now.
Don't you always go with an entourage?
Mm.
Not for sensitive tasks.
I'm a pop out too. Hey.
Oh,
Hi.
hello. You're the healer
Alfio,
that
what's
we
going on
relent.
here?
Alfio just like looking down, hearing that going on, still like focusing on that anklet, and right as he hears you, he like swipes the anklet and makes eye contact, kind of like the friends thing of what?
I asked what's going on here, and what's with the anklet that you tried to hide just now?
Call him.
It's just a gift that Caius decided to give us
Where is everybody?
to establish friendships. Oh, they are at the
More
manor
importantly,
trying to
where
fix
is
it up.
Dante?
He has been moved to a separate building to make sure that he is safe away from a known location of the Bocellis.
I would like to make an insight check on that, if I may.
I would like to call Bull.
Go ahead.
I ain't trusting this dude about that. Maybe I do trust him. That's a natural one.
Do you want to use inspiration?
Yeah. Didn't have that long.
Okay, going to succeed. He is telling the truth, but it's an altered truth.
I understand. That is where he's being moved, but maybe not for those reasons or something. Something along those lines of he's saying it. What he's saying is true, but not entirely. I understand.
Exactly.
Hiding a lie inside a truth.
But, why are you two here? I know you both have some things that y'all are going to be taking care of in a couple... Oh,
Hey, Marshal,
soon.
how hard would it be to attempt to hide verbal and somatic components? Just asking. No reason.
Her friend.
I hope you're casting the
really
spell. I hope you're casting the
matter.
spell that I think you're casting.
Probably not.
Pretty difficult. Verbal, I will give you a chance to try and mingle your words with chanting, basically, and your hand movements. The way I picture Dawn is a not animated talker, like boisterous, but like moves with her hands a little bit. Fiddles.
That would make sense, yeah.
So
I-
you can give me a performance and deception check.
I'm not good at either of those things.
You have to give
Oh, wait,
both.
hold on. This is a bad idea. I realized I could do something else.
Oh no.
I think what I would like to do. What species is Alfio? Wow, forgot that. Is he just like human?
He's human.
Oh, that's what I thought.
He's related to Dante.
This may be very stupid, but I think I would like to cast Charm Monster at 5th level so I can hit 2 targets and charm them both.
Is that verbal and somatic components?
Yes.
Okay.
This
And
is
you're just
wild.
doing this from trying to think if they could react. Give me a stealth check.
Yeah, I mean, if it's kind of like if they're surprised, like if they're not expecting it, then they wouldn't be able to take reactions. But I understand. So, did you say stealth?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm arguably good at that. What's a 15?
Okay. The one that noticed doesn't matter.
I mean, they still have a saving throw that they could pass. So,
Right as you are about to harm monster, the way right as you are about to do it, Alfio looks at you with surprise, like, what? And then you cast it, and they're both gonna make a save.
my saving throw DC is 17 for the audience.
I've been rolling real bad tonight. I think Austin actually took my rolls.
I hope
Oh.
so.
I got a 16 for the highest. And that's with the modifier.
Hey! I cannot believe that worked. I can't believe
They're
that I'm
both-
not already a smoking crater after trying that.
You noticed right as you were casting it, Alfio was pulling, going to reach for something that you couldn't see. Like that's on his hip. And then is charmed.
So hey, you were saying about that anklet? What's going on with that again? Sorry, yeah.
Oh,
Such an anti-Dawn move to have taken that spell. I honestly don't know why I have it.
oh
Prepared.
my. I'm trying to think because like this doesn't mean they can't lie to you, but they're friendly to you.
Well, the
now.
Archfey already can't.
What?
The
The
Archfey
Archmage
can't
already
lie.
can't lie. Yeah. They just can't. Or your companions can't do anything to Glint either.
Mhm.
Fine. Glint won't become a pile of ash either. Uh. It's Alfio's like struggling and he's wanting to hold it back, but like he looks at you with care. And he's never done that before.
I can finally see the family resemblance to Dante.
Uh,
Oh, that was
and
good.
He gets to take control of the Bocellis.
Oh, so were you gonna put that on, or was Dante, or what was the deal there?
I'm supposed to put it on out of loyalty.
I see. That makes sense.
And you just see Caius standing there like a little bit of rage, and then it goes to compassion, rage, compassion, like going back and forth, just flickering.
And so you said your name was Caius, right?
Yes.
Hmm. Did he say that?
He said yes.
I am I missing something, or is that just lying? Because he didn't say his name's Caius. Or if he did, then that means he lied when he said his name was Caius.
My name is Caius, as I am.
I see. You did the thing
That's
where I said
bull.
something out of character and you responded in character. Great.
That's bull.
See, when I polymorph into a giant eagle, I'm not really a giant eagle.
that
Marshall's failing all of his deception rolls tonight.
that's just as like he's responding. It wasn't really responding to you. It's more so like he's still struggling with his words, as is also Alfio, because they don't want to answer things, but they're feeling obligated to because they consider you a good friend.
Don, could you ask him what happened to the real Caius?
Sure. Hey, what happened to the real Caius anyway? Buddy?
Mhm.
I am the real Caius.
As I am.
So there was never another Caius?
I have always been Caius.
That's not what I asked. Are you the only one that's been Caius?
He looks at you and he just stops answering and he begins to walk out and kindly nods and tries to walk out.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to try to stop that. That seems like it. Because if we do anything to it, it ends. So.
And he leaves. Are you gonna try to stop him at all, Glint?
I don't think
Paladin Glint.
our current power level is able to take down an archfey. Just the two of us.
Especially with your current powers being untested so far.
Yeah.
At least as far as the characters know.
We're close. We're just not there.
I think what I'm having to go back and look at.
While
Alfio,
Caius is leaving, Alfio looks like a
how long have you
cornered
been
rat.
discussing this with Caius?
Before you've gotten back.
All right. I have a new question that's very important to me here. Do you know why Dante is sick?
He looks at you, just doesn't answer.
Ask him if he were to go away, would Dante stop being sick?
Mm.
Oh. So if you weren't in the picture anymore, would Dante still be sick?
Alfio doesn't answer.
That's so.
It's like Glint in a very completely like not in his fashion, like totally different. He looks at Alfio, then he looks at Don, and he looks at Alfio, then he looks at Don, and he just like taps his sword.
You see, like, he wants to grab something too.
Oh man. There's no way that Don would want to kill anyone. Oh, but man, do I want to now. That's a that's a struggle. can we tell that Caius has like left, like he's gone?
The divine sense, the face sense. It's no trace. Like right as he walked out, he disappeared.
Hmm. Strange things are happening.
I'm very. It's like, I was like,
Before
I don't know about you, Don, but if he was my friend, I would be very, very disappointed in him.
before you say that, as you felt him, Caius disappear, go ahead and give me an Arcana check, Glint,
Oh, lovely.
with
Now that
with advantage.
is this an intelligence-based arcana?
Yes.
Okay. It's a 16.
You, as Caius walked out, you were still feeling Caius like it was strange, but right as he flickered and disappeared, you felt that power before.
So I recognize the power.
Yeah. And
There's something he said earlier that I know the real Caius wouldn't have known either. But I'll tell you after we get out of here.
I think, as much as Shane wants to say, "Let's kill Alfio and move on," I think the compromise between Shane and Dawn at this moment will be, I think we should take the anklet from him. I'm assuming by force, as he will not likely give it up any other way. I'll just go, Alfio, would you be a dear and give me that anklet, please?
I'm sorry, I can't give it to you.
Borrow.
It's for the Bocellis, and right now I'm in charge, so like I have to hold on to it.
Oh no! Are you saying something bad would happen to the Bocellis if you didn't have it?
Yeah.
What do you think would happen?
A lot of unnecessary destruction.
Hmm.
Oh.
Who do you think would be causing that?
I can't say.
I think you should say.
But you might know, but you currently can't tell me. Is that what you're saying?
I am forced to not be able to say anything.
I understand.
Are you being charmed by him?
He's only being charmed by one person.
Once for yes, twice for no.
I'm assuming
Visible
it's another,
frustration.
like, Fey deal.
Kind of.
Kind of. Okay.
I'm stuck. You both will be stuck. We'll all be stuck.
What is more important to you, the health of Dante or controlling the Bocellis?
Yes.
All right, that's not a yes or no question.
I don't know why, but Marshall, your whole "we'll all be stuck" is giving big it energy.
You'll float too.
Yeah.
Maybe we do kill him.
Please don't do that, friend. Please don't try.
I'm joking, probably.
Probably.
I could say, you have a limited time with this.
The charm, it lasts an hour.
Yeah.
That was not in character, Marshall. Hear me very clearly when I said that.
I know.
Glint's just looking to Don, waiting.
Oh
to see
wait, they
what
don't know.
Yeah, they don't know their charms. It's
He doesn't know. So yeah, he wouldn't know that. I'll take that back.
it's fine. I
The
thought
other
it was.
one
I thought it was
still-
interesting the way you were playing that, so I was just
The
rolling
other
with it.
one's still left.
That's fine.
I mean, he had no obligation to stay.
No,
Yeah. Did
he
you?
didn't like the way he was feeling.
Hmm.
Die.
I don't know what to do here. I so badly want to kill this man.
Glint will put like a hand on Don's shoulder, and he
Go
looks
ahead.
to her and he says, "You trust me?"
Of course.
As you say that, Dawn, give me a history roll.
I'll give you that nice flat roll here. That is a 6. Plus 0 for a total of 6.
You, as Glint puts his hand on your shoulder and says, "Do you trust me?" Your dagger's in your hands.
Ooh.
Hmm. I trust you, Glint, but I cannot. If he's a danger to Dante, I cannot let that stand. I hope you understand that.
Are you saying that out loud?
Yeah, that's out loud.
Marshall, I would like to ask, what hand does the dude have? What hand? In what hand is Alfonso holding the anklet?
Alfio, he is holding the anklet in his right hand.
Okay.
And he looks like he is touching something with his left hand. You can't see the thing he's touching.
Of
From a
course.
mechanical standpoint, I feel a lot better about fighting a dude than fighting an archfey.
True. And then what side am I standing on?
Is Glint right-handed?
I mean, all of my characters are left-handed.
You're on the left side.
What a choice.
Okay. All right, well, I go to chop off his right arm.
Jeez!
Whoa.
Yeah!
Bam.
Dude,
You thought this was the mission with the soft introverted people. You pushed the wrong buttons, Marshall.
when you attack, do they get to make a save or anything?
On charm, when we attacked them, that would go away.
Yeah, it would break the charm
Okay,
when
yeah,
we hit him.
That's what I was thinking. So you're going to cut off his right hand.
Yeah, I'm going to cut off his right arm.
Go ahead. Give me an attack roll. With advantage.
So, is my weapon a plus weapon at all?
+1.
It's a +1. Okay, I'm gonna. They never added that. The new weapon to my features. We add a +1 rapier.
Yeah, bet you didn't see that one coming, Marshall.
Oh. I'm completely caught off guard.
That would
So-
be an 18 to hit.
So was Charm Monster the spell you thought I was casting?
I thought you were gonna cast Heat Metal.
Oh, that would have been
Oh.
good.
To make him drop it.
18 just hits.
Okay. To make sure that I slice his arm off, I would like to drop a 3rd level smite.
Jeez.
Yes.
Okay.
Roll,
So,
roll that damage.
so it's
It's 3 for first level and a D8 for every other level, so that will be 5.
So you're also trying to chop this guy's arm off with a rapier, so everyone knows.
yeah, I also have improved divine smite, so I get another D8.
And as this
Total of
rapier's coming
78?
down, it's not just a rapier, it like becomes
I feel like maybe
Big
getting ahead of
sword.
myself here, or getting ahead of y'all here. I feel like if it works, it's like it stabs like right into the middle of the arm, and then there's like the divine explosion that blows it off.
Oh, I like
was
that
the
so
wrong
much
arm, but
more.
still.
Goodness.
So it's 2d8 plus a d8 per level higher than 1. So
Oh, is it?
2, 3, 4, plus the improved divine smite, so 5, plus my regular sword, so that's 6. So 68 plus 8.
Yeah,
Because I get an additional plus 4 for being a Oathbreaker.
go ahead.
Does it cauterize the wound? Is it hit supersonic speed?
Sears.
So 68 plus 8.
Whew.
Glint came out swinging.
So that's
Or
29 points
stabbing,
of damage.
yes.
20 word. Still trying to get used to a rapier, like using a physical weapon. Like you definitely hit him. You don't go all the way through his arm, but like your rapier just like barely goes into the arm, and kind of like Shane said, arm full on explodes. The anklet flies out of his hand to you and lands in front of y'all. And as that happens, he pulls out an orb, and y'all both need to make a dex save as a fireball comes at both of you.
You also get a plus 4 to your save because you're standing right next to me.
Sweet. I
Nice.
need it. That's a dirty 20.
19.
I also would like to cast Absorb Elements as a reaction.
Fine. I was only casting an 8th level fireball, guys.
Jeez.
Oh.
Only an 8th level? Okay.
Okay. As this fireball is flying at the both of you, we are going to be taking a quick break, as you both are going to take... It was going to be 58 damage, halved to
29.
math, 29,
Which means
and
I
then
take 14?
16.
14.
Is it rounded down?
Yeah, you always run down unless otherwise specified.
Oh. 14. Oh, why'd I go up? Yeah, 14, and then Glint, you take 29.
29. Okay.
And with that, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with everyone in about 5 minutes. 5 to 10-ish minutes.
All right.
All right.
Hey, we're back.
Hey, we're back. Hello, everyone. Right after
I mean,
an unexpected arm explosion and a fireball explosion. Good times.
I would like to ask, would I also get to act in this turn that seems to be happening before I assume we go into initiative?
You were already ready to not you your history as like you were pulling out that dagger, you were already going in for something, but Glint beat you to it, and then there was already a reaction readied from Alfio. So yeah, you can go now. You can do something very
we have
quickly.
a
And
hand.
JT, what's up?
Unexpected Arm Explosion is a metal band name.
Like,
If anyone-
it
Really?
sounds like one.
It sounds like one.
Okay.
It's free if anyone wants to use it.
Maybe that'll be the name of the session. No, that'll be a spoiler.
Okay. You can make a reactionary attack.
Yeah, I think
Get
since
over here.
actually, let me double check some wording here.
Finish him.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna Thorn Whip, especially since I used Absorb Elements, so it'll be a little beefier if I hit now. But for reasons, it's going to be flavored as using my dagger, and it's like, yeah, that sounds. I'll say that for now. It's
as Dawn is going for this dagger attack, you just see the very kind eyes of Dawn go into something much darker.
Yeah, it's like normally like there's when Dawn fights, there's like a constant face of like worry for all of her friends. Basically, it's like, oh no, people are getting hurt. But right now it's just like devoid of emotion and focused. Now that I've said that, I'm gonna miss. Sure enough, that's a 3. And I
jeez.
would almost guarantee that a 12 does not hit.
You are throwing your dagger through a fireball, and you're trying to hit him. You pull back, and you pull back the arm. That got
Whipped the
blown
arm.
up. And
It's a choice.
as that finishes, you all see the fire begin to spread throughout the building, and then some dust settles, and you see Alfio gone.
He's just gone.
He's gone.
I reach down and pick up the amulet.
The anklet.
The anklet, yeah. Oh,
Okay.
he can't be mind controlled at least.
You should have gone for the head.
I won't make that mistake again.
Good, Thor.
Who's
And then I just like there's like this moment that it goes from like that seriousness to just like, and then
You
I put the knife away, and I'm just like,
Villain's
so what are we doing?
heart.
What are we still doing
You
here?
pull the knife out of an arm.
I feel like
Well-
I'm definitely holding with the blade that way because that's how cool people hold them. And I think like before it fades, it's like, you know, the blade comes back into the hand and catches it, and then I think it's like while she's still thinking that the fight is still going on, it's like a sharp like throw it like that, so the arm just flies off.
Oh, the
So-
arm is
so-
all the way behind you when
Yeah.
then when you come to.
So this
you're-
is after that, and it's just a bloody dagger.
Okay.
It's just like, oh, gotta wipe that off. All right,
Gotta wipe off that pizza sauce.
Did we learn anything here, or did we just get a anklet now? Do
I'm
we
gonna
still
look-
go to the Fei Che?
I'm gonna look around.
Because that guy, I forgot his name. I was gonna air quote his name for like the
Caius.
17th time. Caius definitely knows that he was charmed now.
I'm gonna look around and use my divine sense just to make sure that there's not any Fae around us.
There are no Fae around you.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to Dawn and Glint as this like look of like determined acknowledgement of like the knowledge that he believes that he has now, based just solely off of like what the things that he's heard. That's our boss. The one who hired us, that was Caius.
Like the not Dalendor, the other guy.
Lysanthier?
Like yeah, so that was Lysanthier.
Yeah,
That's it.
don't say his name because I don't want
That
him
was Silanthier.
Beetlejuice.
I believe that it would be correct because I did not tell Caius or any of. I was like, no one knows what we're supposed to be doing except for him. Why would he say? He's like, aren't you supposed to be doing something very important in the next few
Alfio
hours?
said that.
Oh, I thought that was him.
No, Alfio said that.
Never mind. Then that completely ruins my entire thing.
It's still a good
Sorry,
theory. It
I'd
can
like
still
to
be
know.
true.
Specified that. You did recognize the power emanating off of him.
That
as
was
he
the other
teleported,
reason. That was the other reason.
But
I
you're
was thinking that.
uncertain of whose power. You felt it before, though.
I'm pretty sure, 85% sure that was our boss.
Go ahead and make a insight check. And
With
as
my
you do that,
-1.
I forgot to let Nala out. I will be right back. She is whimpering at me to go outside.
You monster.
I fed her.
I think I'm just gonna burn my inspiration
Understandable. I'll be right back.
because the 3 is not gonna work. This is too important.
Agreed.
So I think Lysanthia checking up on us, making sure we're following through on stuff.
No, I
If
think
anything-
I think he's trying to become the king of the Archfey.
Yeah, if
Okay,
anything,
I'm
it
back.
feels like he's playing both sides and trying to control the whole game.
Yeah, because
Okay.
once he,
What was your role?
Marshal, your
it
camera's
was a
still off.
3, but I'm deciding to burn my inspiration for this.
Okay, to automatically succeed.
Yes.
Okay. You. I said insight roll, right?
Correct.
You thinking about the power of Lysanthier being a full power archfey, he probably, knowing people of insane power, he probably could have just not failed.
He could have just not failed. But not what?
He could have just not failed the save.
Oh.
No, he could have chosen to succeed.
Unless he still chose to fail. That is something that is crossing your mind, though. That someone as powerful as a full power archfey, and when y'all fought Sylvanora, she just said no to failing.
Mhm.
Oh, so we totally should have just fought him.
Yeah.
If he's not an archfey, we totally could have handled him.
Yeah,
Is what I'm
Yeah.
doing.
But like he also didn't know that he was being charmed.
he didn't.
So
It
he
really
wasn't-
sounds like a motivational speaker. Just say no to failure.
Yeah. There.
Look at that 3 on your die. until it... No, I don't care. You're a 17 now.
So
If
there's
you
an
believe
assumption.
that you rolled a nat 20, you rolled a nat 20.
There's an assumption on your part that someone as powerful as Lysanthier, it's probably not. But thinking about it being Lysanthier, the only other people that you have been meeting with that that are Fae, that have the power of an Archfey, would be someone similar to Lysanthier. Or close to Lysanthier.
Like Thalon... Or, no, wait, I can't say the name. Thadalindor?
Dallin, Dallinthor?
Leaf Dark?
Oh no. Marshall is pointedly not responding.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought I was waiting for Austin to say something. Sorry. Is
It's either our boss or our handler.
yeah.
Was the power being recognizable? Was that as like... Would that be more of a recognizably as a Fae thing, or recognizably like tied to a person kind of thing? Is it more of a personal touch or more of like a class of thing, you know? Or
Personal touch.
Okay.
There's something different about those two.
So it's either our boss or our handler.
so
That's what Glenn is thinking.
if we
Yeah.
learned anything about what we're gonna do with the stuff afterwards, it's to not give it to the person who hired us.
Correct.
Certainly not.
We may not have gotten a clue about who to give it to. Well, we've gotten a clue about who not to give it to.
Now that I think about it, there's two things that we should really check on now. One is we need to find where they're keeping Dante.
Mhm.
And then I need to go to the Feyche to make sure no one at the Feyche has an amulet.
So, with that guy
Where y'all
saying
going?
that he is Caius, I don't know how that works. Do
I
you
think the real Caius may be dead.
Hmm.
And if that guy is posing as Caius, then the Feyche is already lost.
That's my concern. I mean, I'll still go with you if you think we should go there. I'm just a little concerned if they're already completely under control. I mean, once we get there, I could like polymorph into something.
That may be something we have to worry about after the heist.
Do you think there's any kind of information that we still would be gaining from going to the Feyche now?
I think we already got that information now. We know who's connecting people. I point at the amulet.
Maybe
Our
we
boss.
take that back to Tink, see if there's anything
Yeah.
different.
He did say if we get enough of these, we might be able to do something with them.
It's true. I'm following you. You came with me here. I'm following you now.
Glint like sticks up his hand and does like makes like a circle with his finger, whistles, and then Mr. Whiskers starts making noise outside as he turns and is gonna go mount up on Mount Mr. Whiskers.
Also, I don't know if Dawn would be reacting to this. The pizzeria is
Pizza-
on
it's
fire.
burning, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I have control flames. Can I put it out quickly enough?
You just puff it out. You snuff it out. It's super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Do a sales pitch meeting.
I would love it.
and you both are deciding to head back to Tinks, not going to look for Dante or head to the Fece.
Oh, I wanted to. Yeah, I'm giving up on the Fece for now. That's
Okay.
if our handler and bots are in control of the Fece, then there's nothing Glint can do because the Fece seemed undamaged by the explosions.
Yeah, minus
the
train
trains. None of
Yeah.
their people were hurt or anything, so they're fine. So they're at full strength.
Yeah.
We can't take
Is-
that.
Heckin' sketch.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if he's been posing as Kaish for a long time by now, then the Fece could be in on all of this.
Possibly.
It's true. The conspiracy runs deep. So I guess like I don't want to interrupt the seriousness. So I guess like as we're on the way back at some point, assuming we're moving on from here, just like while we're on Mr. Whiskers, I just go, hey, so I think I might have been a bad person at some point. You know, in those times that I can't remember.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean I still don't remember it, but all the clues seem pretty negative.
Well, the old me would say that everyone has a redemption, potential for a redemption story. The new me says, screw stories, screw history, you choose who you are now.
Okay.
Bill Lynn Park.
You want to be evil? That's your choice. If you want to be good, that's your choice.
Yeah,
Me, I'm gonna cut ties to whatever is binding you to one or the other, so that you have your choice.
What would your mother say? You know, seriously, I think we could do a whole series on like conversations on the back of Mr. Whiskers with Dawn and James.
Guys,
New
I have
pod-
a great idea for a
New
podcast.
Guest starring Glint's mom.
and
What that
apples.
world needs is more podcasts of just white dudes.
Glint's not going back to Tinks. Glint was headed to the manor.
Oh, the Bocelli Manor?
Because he wants to make sure that Dante's safe.
You know that it is fully destroyed.
Well, yeah, but that's where he said that people were going back to the manor.
He said, yeah, there were a lot of people going back to the manor, and then he also said that Dante was being taken to a safe location.
Yeah, which we don't know, but
Yeah.
somebody at the manor might know.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So heading to the Bocelli Manor.
We
Y'all are
got it, Marshall. We got it.
That's fair. Y'all are on your way there, and as y'all are doing that, we're gonna cut back over to Beef. Beef,
Oh, that's me.
what you doing, Beef?
I think how much time has passed since we left Beef?
I would probably say about like a little over an hour, maybe an hour and a half or more.
That I don't. Then you're just making me pad out time for half an hour.
Basically the full 2 hours. What were you doing? What were you doing with traps?
I mean, we were just catching up, arm wrestling, leg wrestling. That's when you're each laying on your stomach, facing away from each other,
And trying to
and you have like your legs locked and try to do the same thing.
Trying to
Yeah.
pin their leg down. Nice.
Yeah.
try to pull them backwards.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a fun one. Okay. Y'all have just been
I'd say that's a
having
fun
blast.
one, like what I said was normal.
Y'all are having a blast, and now about the 2 hours mark has passed. Before that, because Haukin's supposed to be meeting with you, so we're gonna cut real quick to Haukin.
Yeah.
You're just prowling around the upstairs where you shouldn't be.
You're prowling around upstairs where you shouldn't be. What are you doing as you get upstairs? Being very stealthy.
So I'm trying to. I was trying to ascertain who else was in the house besides Alondra, because I had the kind of ESP that there are two other people, and I had, my little subterfuge was that I had to use the bathroom, and so I'm just going to see if it's somebody that I recognize, or I don't know, just collecting reconnaissance. I'm not trying to confront anybody. I'm trying to sneak around.
You just hear movement behind a door upstairs, and every like couple minutes it disappears.
Okay.
Like, and you were noticing that downstairs as well. Like, you heard movement and then it disappeared, and you looking there, you see nothing like underneath the door, and then you just see a shadow appear, and then begin to move around again. Like, you see someone's shadow.
Oh, like I can see the shadow. So
Yeah.
all I know is what I knew downstairs, that there's somebody up there. So is there like a keyhole or something I can look through the door to see if I can recognize anybody?
Go ahead, make a perception check.
Perception. All right. I'd like it to be known that this is the third time that I've rolled a 2 tonight. So a total of 9 perception.
It's just how it goes.
Make a stealth check while you are trying to look through a keyhole or underneath the door frame.
A little bit better, 12.
12. As like you are trying to look through the keyhole, the door opens. Hello, Haukin.
What so is this somebody I recognize?
You don't recognize him, but he introduces himself. I'm Phalar.
Oh. So, all right, refresh my memory. Phalar is like the name that I know who is.
Phalar is the one who is who talks to the boss.
Gotcha.
And organizes missions and everything. So he's the one that is basically second in command.
Gotcha. I say, hello, was this the bathroom?
He chuckles. No. That is right downstairs. Did you want to come speak with me?
Since you mentioned it, I do have some curiosities. Perhaps you could enlighten me.
Yes. Well, as that, I can tell you about some things, but I have a meeting, and he like looks at his wrist. You don't see anything on his wrist. About 5 minutes from now.
An important meeting concerning a clandestine operation to take over the Fey Court, perhaps?
Seems like you're sleuthing around, but maybe not necessarily take over the Fey Court. But
burn it down.
If you wish to join in, because you are acting on behalf of us through the mission of trying to get one of the most powerful artifacts from, no, not the most powerful artifact from the Fey Court, you can join in. You can go use the restroom real quick, and I will call you back. I'll send Alondra to get you, and she will grab you and bring you upstairs with my other guest.
That would be enlightening. All right, so I'm gonna go with this because this is gonna give me information, but I'm still really kind of suspicious because can I put out like psychic vibes and see if Mario and Luigi have any feedback coming to me?
As you try to connect to Mario and Luigi outside, you feel like stuck in your head. You like start to, and then it's just like a wall around you.
Okay. Very curious. I'm still trying to get the hang of this connection I have to the seemingly supernatural cat and kitten that are helping me out here. But I'll go ahead and keep up the ruse of going downstairs and using their apparently indoor plumbing, I guess. I don't know.
It's magical plumbing. Like right as you use the restroom, it just is like sent off to a gross dimension. More
man.
like a fire dimension. Just the plane of fire. It just burns it all.
All right. Okay, and then I guess I'll wait for Alondra to collect me so I can sit in on this powwow.
You know about 2 hours have passed, and
Mhm.
your meetup with Beef is going to be happening now.
Okay. Well, I don't have a way to contact him, which is why we agreed to meet 2 hours. But I wonder if this is worth standing him up and possibly arousing his suspicion to go with Phalar and Alondra, or are they just meeting in the house? We're not necessarily going anywhere.
They're meeting in the house.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, it's all in Seacoast Park. Can I ask him if I can go collect Beef?
Yeah, you can go talk to Phalar again.
Yeah. So I'll pop in and just say, given that we're all working for this organization, and forewarned is forearmed, especially as we enter into a highly dangerous proposition tomorrow to affect the circumstances that you've hired us for. I would like to collect my good friend and compatriot, Mr. Beef, as he has some unique insights that may be beneficial, and would also appreciate hearing this. I'll be back momentarily. I'm not even asking. I'm just kind of telling him that I'm going to go get him.
Okay, yeah, I would like to meet Beef. Beef Ironpelt would be an interesting person to meet.
Indeed, he's a singular personality.
You head on out to go collect Beef.
All right.
Also, you didn't say Beef's last name. He just knew it.
Okay. Well, of course, he
Yeah,
knows all that.
everyone does.
You head you head out to go collect Beef, and Beef and Traps. I assume that you are there with Traps, Beef?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay. You three are all congregated, and Mario and Luigi come Mario come landing down on you. Luigi climbing up.
All right. Welcome back, my friends. I pet them both on the head, and reach into my little food pouch for little bits of jerky and hand them some little treats.
All right, so Haukin, I got some crazy news.
Oh yes, enlighten me.
I just tell him about a chance to meet Callum Drieltor, Miss Briar.
No, I want you to
himself.
give me a series summary so far. Go ahead.
Well, not that much happened. Well, this Traps. This is my younger brother. He's the oldest of the brothers, other than me. Very much debating if I should just rattle off as many other siblings as I can remember. But after he was there at the test, we were talking. We were using Leonin sign language to communicate through the walls. It was perfect. Traps is just behind.
Yeah, he's just like, you need to work on that, bro.
And afterwards, he got, I guess, hired by Callum Drieltor, or he got in contact with him.
There's a little bit of an echo on your side.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it stopped now.
So, I have a chance to meet with the guy himself now. Traps is going to be going to see him here in just a couple of minutes, and he said that I could tag along.
Traps says,
Excellent.
yes, we'll be meeting with Cal. The Phalar will take us to him, and then also the other one who was hired, I forget his name. I only met him once.
That's important.
At the trial. Starts with an M. Kind of sounds like flower.
Millefleur. That's
it. That's his name. He was also hired.
Very, very, very interesting. Very interesting. Many moving pieces, although I'm beginning to feel less and less like an important piece and more and more like a pawn.
Yeah, what you said.
In your quote.
But the 2 hour, he also looks at his wrist, nothing there. Yeah, 2 hours have passed.
Thief looks at his wrist too, just to fit in.
Like we can head on up to Phalar. Are y'all ready?
Indeed, Phalar has approached me as well, and I think he has some good information that will enlighten all of us. So come, let's be
I
off.
did not put together that we were being invited to the same meeting. I thought there was going to be some tension.
No. You all head
Oh,
there.
I'm dumb.
Phalar's Phalar's waiting upstairs. Alondra sees 3 of y'all, and as y'all are walking in, Melliflor comes walking up behind. Oh, hello! Hello, Haukin! It's good
That's
to
Phalar?
see you! It's Melliflor.
Oh, Melliflor. Okay,
Melliflor
gotcha.
behind you.
Yeah. Melliflor, you say it's good to see me. That is a judgment I will reserve for later. But I've got my eye on you.
Oh, yes! I have my eyes on you too, friend. And as you all walk in, Alondra looks at all of you.
What you looking at?
She scans y'all. And
Pardon me?
minus Haukin. She already has seen him. But mainly scanning you, Beef. And
Sorry, do you want an autograph? That's out of character.
Okay. Balar's waiting for y'all upstairs. Y'all may go on up.
So while as we go up, I try to get Beef's attention, and just like making eye contact, and I look down at her anklet and just kind of subtly nod to take a look. She's got the anklet on too, because I forgot to mention it when we were talking outside, but I want him to point out. I wanted to point out to him about
Just use
there
LSL.
seems to be an anklet connection here.
Show and tell, grab her ankle.
Time to see if
LSL,
Beef
Leon in
gets
sign
it.
language.
Go ahead and roll perception with advantage.
Oh, with advantage?
Yeah.
That's
Ooh.
Have a friend pointing it out.
No,
for
that's a
you.
19. That's a 19.
Good. You are fully
My
able.
second roll was a nat 1.
Oh, jeez. You are fully able to notice it. It is one of those anklets, but it is different. There's something different about it. You can't fully grasp what it is. You both are not really attuned with magic or nature as much.
Disagree to agree.
But you both can tell that it's a similar anklet.
Hmm.
all right. So can I also, as we're walking, I guess, up the stairs to meet with Phalar, can I also surreptitiously check the timer on my box of deconstruction?
You check your box of deconstruction, it will be done in 2 hours.
2 hours. All right. Okay.
2 hours.
2 hours later.
And you all head upstairs.
We sure
Phalar says,
do.
"Come on in." As he says that, he opens the door. He walks out of it, and then you see him put a key in the lock and open it, and opens the door, and a portal appears. Come on in.
Nothing suspicious about that. We're just going to leave the location that we thought we were in and go to some undisclosed location. Isn't this right up there
You
with
never
getting
go
banned?
to a second location.
Right. I mean, that's one of the rules.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this. I feel like the option presented to us is too good to pass up, though.
Yeah.
Word.
I do make a pointed reference to tell Melliflor, it's like, scoundrels first, and allow him to go through the portal first.
Scoundrels first. He's like, "Oh, you silly friend," and he like hits your back like really hard. Like, "Oh, you silly goose," and he walks on in.
On the other end of the spectrum, Beef is like putting an arm out in front of traps to go first, to like, in case there's any danger.
So Mellifleur
It should be
goes in-
noted, Traps is also absolutely massive. He's like a half-inch shorter than Beef, and maybe like an inch or two less wide, and just
Oh, wow.
like different colored fur, different colored headband. But other than that,
identical.
yeah, I mean like slightly different faces, but
Yeah.
very similar, both equally terrifying.
So Mellifleur goes in first, then Beef, and then I assume Haukin, and then Traps, and then after that, Phalar comes in, and he closes the door behind y'all. And as y'all walk out, all you see now is
Mhm.
through a window overlooking the ocean.
Okay.
And it looks like you are really high up, and you both can tell from the location y'all are at, y'all are in Oberlin.
Ooh,
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow.
And you are at the top of the statue, looking through the
Oh,
window.
cool.
that's okay. That's actually pretty metal.
Yeah.
It's like being
And-
teleported to the Statue of Liberty. That's so nice.
And
Start
as
taking
you,
selfies.
I assume Haukin would be someone who would have gone to this island before.
As I've had the opportunity to explore, I've been in all the boroughs. Other places you're allowed to go without,
I also assume Beef has swam over here before,
Oh yeah,
and has like fully toured the place because it's your home now. So as y'all are up here, this room, like at the top of the statue, is much bigger on the inside.
Mm. All right.
And you all see
interesting.
sitting in front of you a very toned, elvish-looking man.
Is that a challenge?
As you all come
not,
in,
not human looking elf, elvish looking man.
elvish-looking,
Yeah.
elvish-looking human, not human being, elvish-looking being,
Okay.
not man, but he
Right.
is a male.
Humanoid.
Is he an elf?
He looks elvish.
As far
That
as you
doesn't
know.
answer the question.
Hello, I am Callum Drieltor. You all may call me Cal.
Could I call you Driel?
That's fine. Whatever's easier for you. My name is a mouthful.
I mean, whatever's easier.
A
Could I just
very
call
self-aware
you-
person.
Could I just
So-
call you?
That works.
Cal, we are.
Most people aren't this nice about their name being fully ignored.
It's fine. You can call me Mist.
Alright.
You can call me Briar.
Ask if you can call
Okay.
him Falindor. Or Lysander.
So I
Not
know
bad.
we've been contracted to undertake a certain task for you, but as it becomes increasingly complicated with different moving parts, I was wondering if you could elucidate us on expectations of how things might go over the next 24 hours.
You were asked to do a task for me?
This isn't the guy that hired us.
Well, no, but Phalar said that he was above him.
Yes. So what's going on right now is this is Cal. From what you know, Cal is the head of the resistance,
Mm-hmm.
and he did get you, like, inadvertently get you to go join the heist, but he didn't get you. He didn't tell you to do it. It was Alondra that got you.
Okay, so, okay, so Phalar, I'm trying to put all this together of how to ask for more information. So,
Yes.
is Cal unaware of the heist?
I am planning a heist.
Can we switch teams in the 9th inning?
It is.
All right. Let's just level, Misty.
Yeah. What's up?
We are you what's your end goal here? What's your plan?
To give power back to the people.
What's the vehicle
So how do you
to transfer such power?
To first take away power from.
I'm assuming you're planning to steal the Heartwood.
Yes, the Heartwood Jewel. Yes.
So how are you going to? Because I'm not going to say anything that could legally incriminate us.
Okay. I can't jail you or anything. I am considered a terrorist.
Do you know what we've been hired to do?
Well, from what I've gathered, you both have been brought on to stop my crew. And to stop my
It's
crew
like-
from getting the Heartwood Jewel.
Okay.
I'm just going to lean over to Haukin and kind of whisper. I didn't. Just puts up a giant paw. Hold on.
Do y'all need a silence around y'all? Do y'all want some privacy?
No, we're fine.
Hey,
That's
very,
my fault.
very congenial
That's-
man, this one.
Does not respond. I don't remember anything about another crew.
So the fake horde
am
hired,
I
the fake horde hired
misremembering?
us, right? Originally.
So to explain, my brother-in-law,
Yes, that guy.
Lysanther.
I forgot.
Lysanther, you're fine to say
Lysanther.
his name in here. He can't hear or feel anything in here.
I don't understand the rules to this game.
It's okay. I don't either. So Lysanther is trying to take full control of the Heartwood, stopping me from taking the Heartwood Jewel. And I knew that he was getting a crew together, and I tried to find the people that he disregarded, hence your brother and Mellifleur here. Mellifleur, like waves like this at Haukin. Those are two of the few people that I could find that would actually be able to handle a job. The other one I was planning was
It's like pat traps on the back.
the other one was Alondra and Phalar, the other two. But they have a lot. Too many people know them. So it'd be difficult for them to sneak through, especially because of their power. You,
Have you heard of a guy named Vrank?
Vrank? I have not heard of this Vrank.
You should have reached out to Vrank.
You two, as well as your brother Traps and Mellifleur, you both have you all four have considerable power, but also lack an insane amount of power to be detected. So y'all are just strong enough, yet also weak enough to not be detected and handle what's going on.
So what is Lysanther's end goal?
That
You said he wants to take all the power for himself. Why?
I cannot read his mind, but his sister was
Give me an educated guess.
his sister was killed because of my wife was killed because of my actions. And he blames me, but also the council. He wants to destroy the council.
So, do your goals align with Lysanther's to wrest power from from the Fey Court, but do you trust your brother-in-law to wield that power in an equitable way?
I think he has darkened himself too much. I was not able to get in contact with you all, even though I've tried, but there was an explosion at the library when I tried to send one of my agents, Sylvanora, after y'all, and she disappeared. I don't know what happened.
I take the blade that's been enchanted and kind of tuck it under my robe at that point.
She had been kind of back and forth with contact with me, and I don't know what was going on. But I sent her to go collect you all, and bring you back.
What?
And she just never came back. But I wasn't
She had
able
a
to get
very
in contact
peculiar
with
way of
y'all after
asking.
that, since because y'all have been protected by a weird barrier, and I don't know exactly what it was. But it's not active now, for some reason.
So Sylvanora had a very peculiar way of asking us to come with her politely.
How did she try to ask you to come?
More violence than you'd expect.
Violence? That's not like Sylvanora.
Agree to disagree.
She's very kind-hearted.
So
Not anymore.
that was not our experience of her. However, we did notice something strange after our encounter with her.
Yes?
It seems she was being affected by magics of another sort. In fact, we found a peculiar anklet that was influencing her and made her very resistant to reason and logic.
Oh. Okay. So she was being manipulated when she came to get you all, and she tried to use violence to collect you all.
She was not open to a peaceful negotiation of terms. That is certain.
Has she been dispatched?
You could say we responded in kind. Yes, sir.
I understand. Protect yourself. No ill. I don't harbor any ill will. That hurts a valued ally being manipulated and dispatched, but you both are pretty capable. Would you both be willing to help me? I'm sorry that one of my allies tried to harm you.
All right. So we were getting major vibes from Eleanor that or Alondra that she was being deceptive and there wasn't something there. Can I detect anything, or are there any other, maybe the psychic connection of Mario and Luigi or something giving me some vibes here? I'm still very much skeptical, and my path to enlightenment is obscured right now, so I'm treading very carefully.
Give me an insight roll.
Insight. 13.
13. He's not lying. He wants you all to help him, and he has no ill will towards you all. He's being very forthcoming.
Right. Well, we know he's Fey, so he can't directly lie. But okay. So I'm giving side eye to Beef here, and kind of
put up my paw of silence, of privacy.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Sidebar.
Go ahead.
So, something's not quite right here, Beef.
Yeah, I oh no.
Austin literally said his Discord was about to crash as it did.
Yeah, I agree. Something's wrong here. I got an idea. It's a little risky, but can you trust me?
Oh, I believe the bond we formed over the past couple of days is helping me to feel very trusting at this moment.
So crazy that in world it's been a couple of days. So I'm going to I put down the paw of privacy. I think the two of us need to talk to you in private. Just the three of us.
Oh, yes. He asks Phelan to take a mellifluor and traps, to a separate room, and he walks off. And he asks, "Are you all okay to follow me?"
As Belfour is escorted out, I stick my tongue out at him.
He's like, "Bye, friend." Are you both okay to follow me?
Sure.
As you both begin to walk with him, you just see rooms appearing behind y'all as y'all are walking.
I don't trust Fey magic.
And you, as you walk further, a table appears and some chairs, comfy chairs, and he sits down. Please have a seat. And
I've learned this about myself. I don't trust these people.
as that, we're gonna hop back over to Glint and Dawn. Glint and Dawn heading over to the Bocelli Manor. What are you both doing?
I mean,
I'm trying to come up with a good joke to get like to lend that we're like following the podcast format from earlier, but literally nothing came to me. So
That's okay.
maybe we're Joe Rogan and Elon Musk smoking a joint on the podcast.
Okay. You both are heading to the Bocelli Manor. You both arrive. What are y'all doing as y'all get there?
How long does it take us to get there?
15 minutes.
Okay.
10 minutes.
How much damage did Glint take? Do you need a little bit of healing?
I took like 29, I think.
29, yeah.
Well, makes Dawn feel like she's accomplishing something, so I'll give you a little bit. Just a second level heal cure wounds. Ah, it was a bad roll.
Oh, I also have lay on hands.
Yeah. But you get 12 hit points from me. Do what you will with your own thing.
Okay, and I'll put the rest with my lay on hands.
I love how the closest thing to combat for the cats was two siblings charging at each other.
So it gives me 17.
It is what it is, my man. I don't know what to say.
The Dawn was also hurt, right?
I'm only down 14. I'm fine.
Glint, like, are you riding behind Glint or in front of Glint?
I'd assume you're in the front because it's your steed, so you're directing it.
I guess, he, like, reaches back and taps your head and gives you, you said 14?
Yeah.
Gives you 14.
Oh, okay. That works.
Okay. As y'all are both topped off with healing, y'all...
Before, like I would know, where it is. So, like, before we turn the corner...
Okay.
What I would like to do is... Marshal's gonna surprise us with, like, a combat before we get a rest, and I'm just gonna be out of spell slots by then because I keep doing things. I'm going to not that one. I'm going to upcast enhance ability, and give us both advantage on charisma checks. Just so that I can do that without someone seeing me
not
cast it,
suspicious at
and
all.
in case we need to convince, lie, or act.
Okay.
Yeah. So, are you ready?
Yep, I think
Okay.
so.
Do you want to walk the rest of the way and leave Mr. Whiskers as an escape plan?
We can do that. That's up to you.
Okay.
I mean, if I need a ride to get out, I can always kind of just turn myself into one. So
It's also true.
Okay.
That's true.
Are
You could
y'all
also just turn into an eagle and just carry us both out.
are y'all both walking up?
Yep.
yeah.
I'm gonna dismount.
Well, I
and
guess
start.
before that, some questions for Marshall concerning
Yeah, what's up?
the Bocelli hierarchy here.
Mm-hmm.
Would I assume that there's like some kind of, like elders or like advisors or something that would be, high positions that wouldn't be Dante or Alfio,
Yep.
Okay, would I know those people, at least fairly well at this point?
You would know a couple, yeah. You would know all. Yeah, you would know everyone.
And would I assume I would know the ones who would be the people who would be more loyal to Dante and the people who would be more loyal to Alfio.
Oh yeah, you know, like the elders, like who were like fully for Dante. They've always listened to him, and they were trying to make him have the best rest and things like that. Always getting them the best care.
Because I'll be honest with you. Sorry, in character here. Because yeah, I'll be honest with you, Glint. I'm where I'm at right now. I think I don't know if I'll be capable of it, but I almost think it might be best if we can somehow turn the Bocellis against Alfio, kind of overthrow him and place someone else in power in his stead. That's what I'm thinking here. And I think I
All
know
right, I guess beef's taken over.
I know it. I know some of the people who I can probably get on our side, as long as I can convey that Alfio is out to hurt Dante.
Well, I feel that with this newfound power, I might be able to create an area where people cannot lie in.
Let's burn through all of our spell slots.
If that would,
Here's the thing.
if that would help them to believe us, well, of course, then they would have to believe that we willingly chose to not resist the effect of our own spell. So
Yeah,
that may not be.
and even then, I think you would be the only one who would know that.
Yeah, I would be able to know what he resisted.
And I mean, if we could
Unless
get
y'all-
Alfio under that, that would be that would be a clincher. But all we have is his non-answers. These
Correct.
very convincing non-answers to show that he is not on Dante's side. Marshall, would I know that Dante's feelings about the Resistance at all?
Go ahead and roll me a history check.
Stop making me do those. I'm bad at them.
Sorry.
I keep asking history questions. It's my own fault.
Did you precast guidance?
Yes, I cast the guidance.
Of course you did.
I remember it.
Oh, no.
I'm outnumbered.
See? Okay. I rolled it and then I moved it so that I could see what number it was. but I like flipped it, and now I have no idea what number I rolled. So I think I just have to roll again.
You
Okay.
can just assume it was a 20.
Well, that was on the D4. The D20 I already know was Nate, so not great.
Oh,
But
we can just assume it was a 20.
with the guidance, that's a 10.
10. You know that a little bit before Dante began to go like comatose, he was talking about the resistance, and he did not fully like the rash nature of some of them, but the mentality of them. He liked the goal.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was what the Bocellis were also meant to be. But the Bocellis were made to stop other criminals from causing harm to normal people.
Okay.
The Bocellis went dark to protect the good.
So I
So
think
they like
lean
the
into-
ideals.
Oh yeah.
Hey, what?
They liked the ideals of the
They're
Of the
they're
resistance.
anti like the authoritarian like fake court,
Yeah.
and it's just kind of like different ways of going about that.
Yeah.
So
Well-
I imagine if we so obviously there's like divorcing what the cats have learned that we don't currently know.
Yes.
We still already believed that Caius. We need like a counter of how many times I've said that with air quotes. Caius is probably working for Lysanthier, and we saw him with the bracelets. So it's not a leap to imagine that Lysanthier is trying to take over like power himself, and that at least with the ways he's managing to do things,
From
it is probably not. It is probably to be more authoritarian.
from the educated guesses and all the information y'all have gotten, that is a fair conclusion.
All right.
Glint already made the conclusion that maybe Lysanther is trying to become a
Like-
fake king.
Like the king, god, emperor of the of the Heartwood. So I think if we lean into who he's working for and that the goal is dictatorship, then it will be the elders who remember the beginnings of the family and our the original mission. They'll stand up for Dante and against Alfio.
One of the names that comes to your mind would be Luciano Ferreira.
Yeah.
Ferreira.
So his
He
name that
also
came to my mind was Guy Fieri.
Dante just called him Lucy.
So we also don't have a lot of evidence.
It's true.
We have the amulet.
but we're more convincing than we normally are now.
I feel this strange increased
Confidence.
spirit and confidence.
Yeah.
It's like knowing the future weighed me down so much.
Now you make your own future.
Exactly.
That wasn't at all cliche of me.
You're free to make all the bad choices you want.
Exactly. I don't have to worry about seeing the consequences before I get them.
Oh my.
All right.
So you both are going to look for an elder, hopefully Lucy, and trying to go speak to them about what's going on.
Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
the ideal would be like as many of the elders as we can assemble.
Yeah.
Perhaps
So-
Lucy first, but really just the
'Cause
idea is to
Lucy- if we
get the
find
whole
Lucy-
family on our side.
Yeah.
If we can find Lucy, Lucy will know which people that we can talk to and which people we can't talk to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So y'all are headed on up to the Bocelli Manor now?
Yes.
Correct.
We trust
Okay.
in Lucy.
As you are both walking up, and we have y'all seeing the destruction of the Bocelli Manor and a bunch of the workers for the family, starting to repair things and clear things out. We have the two cat friends sitting down for a nice conversation about what's going on and trying to figure some things out. And there is where we will be ending for tonight, with everyone trying to find some more information.
I need
So-
more info. We can't leave it on this note.
You know what, Marshall? I'm deciding right now. I cannot wait 2 weeks to figure this out. So we're gonna have to play next week.
I guess we're playing next week.
All right.
Hands are tied.
Yeah, that we're playing next week.
Okay, we thank you all for joining in, either on Twitch or on YouTube. So thank you so much for watching. We wish you all a good rest of y'all's night. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.